Well, good evening and welcome to Alterowitz Gym. And after 18 plus long months, Great Northwest Athletic Conference women's basketball play is officially back tonight. Hello again, everybody. Evan O'Kelly with you for the opening conference contest of the year. Northwest Nazarene University out of Nampa, Idaho in the house tonight to take on your MSU Billings Yellow Jackets. First league game for either of these teams, as we mentioned, since the spring of 2020 when the pandemic began and took away all of last year's conference schedule. So conference play starts tonight. The Yellow Jackets entering this one 5-4 overall on the season. Northwest Nazarene, meanwhile, 4-2 on the year. So both of these teams have had positive starts to their 2021-22 campaigns, and a big test here for both teams before the holiday break. You have the first two conference contests of the year, and then no more league play until the very, very end of December. Then it's conference action the rest of the way, but that's the way the 18-game GNAC schedule lines up. You've got the first two games before the holiday break, and then the rest of conference play afterward. Well, we're just about 2 minutes away from starting lineups, introductions, and tip-off here at Alterowitz Gym. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we've got GNAC women's basketball action for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Alterowitz Gym on the beautiful campus of Montana State University, Billings. Tonight's first game of the evening features the Northwest Nazarene Nighthawks versus your own MSUB Yellow Jackets. Will you please rise, remove your caps, and face the flag as we honor America in the playing of the national anthem.
here we go. Conference play getting underway. The race to the 2022 GNAC Championships starts now. 10 teams in the league, so everybody plays a home-and-home schedule. That's 18 conference games. So these teams meeting here tonight, and then the rematch will be in Nampa later on this year when the calendar flips to 2022. These teams going to play the final game of the season, February 26th. So the schedule sort of flip-flops. Northwest Nazarene tonight and Central Washington tomorrow, and that's who the Yellow Jackets will close the year with as well. Starters taking the court, lights going out, and the Yellow Jackets going to be introduced in their home conference opener of the season. So Yellow Jacket head coach Kevin Wooden going to make one change to his starting lineup. Yellow Jackets are in a little bit of a rut right now. They've lost 3 in a row, and one of the areas of concern has been shooting. It's been a little shaky for the team the last couple of games out. And so Courtney Nelson going to be in the starting lineup for the first time this year for MSUB, the second-year freshman out of Scobie, Montana. Carrie Ann Kunkel, who's on the cusp of 1,000 career points, in there along with Taryn Shelley. Danny Zahn going to start at the point guard, and Addison Gardner starting as well, the senior from Great Falls. And for Steve Steele's crew, it'll be Nylam Thalbach, the sophomore forward from Boise, wearing number 1. Jordan Pinson, the junior guard from El Paso, Texas, wears number 3. Lydia Nieto, the junior guard from Boise, wears number 4. Cami Kanishka, the sophomore guard from Kashmir, Washington, wears number 20. And the veteran Aaron Jenkins, the junior forward from Lompoc, California, wears 23. Nighthawks, Yellow Jackets. And we are underway. Thalbach wins the opening tip over Shelley, and NNU with the opening possession of the night. Kanishka wearing the all-black with the Nighthawks. She's running the point to start things off. Pinson and Jenkins, the two main veterans for this NNU team, and they turn it over on their opening possession of the night. Steve Steele, in his 6th season now, has done masterfully since taking over this NNU program. Longtime veteran of the league. Before that, he was the assistant coach at Seattle Pacific. Taryn Shelley's first shot of the night's a 3-pointer from the wing. And that's what the Jackets want to see from their big tonight. Lots of scoring underneath, but Taryn reminding everybody she's a threat from the arc too. Thalbach responds with a layup underneath, and there's your matchup to keep your eye on tonight. Nylam Thalbach, the 6'3" forward for NNU, and Taryn Shelley, the 6'3" forward for the Yellow Jackets. They both listed that on paper, but Thalbach's got an inch or two on Shelley. Zahn over to the wing. Now inside to Kunkel. Nelson was cutting, but the timing was off with the pass. Turnover by the Jackets. Jackets with the early 3-2 lead. Pinson will try the 3 from the wing, and Jordan Pinson knocks down her first shot of the night. So each of these teams hitting a 3 early, and NNU in front. Shelley going to work underneath against Thalbach. Can't get it to roll that time. These teams didn't play any conference games last year, but they met 4 times during the abbreviated 2020-21 season. The Nighthawks came over for a couple of games, and then the Yellow Jackets returned the trip to Nampa. All 4 of those games were played in the span of just 10 or 11 days, the end of February, beginning of March. They were the final 4 games of the year, and they split them. Each team went 1-1 at home. So both of these rosters got to see a look at each other, and you look down at the floor, players like Courtney Nelson and Carrie Ann Kunkel, who are in their second year in the program, but this is their first ever GNAC contest. Well, NNU got to see both of them last spring. The rest of the league, they're newcomers. Gardner was fouled, so the shot clock going to reset to 20. And now there's an issue with the shot clock, so teams are going to have to go to their benches. We'll take a pause. So the shot clock wasn't resetting to 20 seconds. Now they've got it sorted out, so that's what the delay was. Yellow Jacket ball, baseline out of bounds. Courtney Nelson inbound. Nelson looking to get inside to Shelley. Now Zahn's got it. Kunkel on the wing. Drives into the lane. And gives it back to Zahn with 8 to shoot. Fade away from Danny too short. There's Gardner with the offensive rebound. She's fouled again. AJ came storming in to grab the board, and she's going to head to the free throw line this time.
15, Kate Clark enters the game for the Knox. Addison Gardner, line shooting.
Yellow Jackets talked about their defensive presence tonight being a major key to the game. 3 consecutive losses for the Yellow Jackets coming into this one. And after the first 6 games of the year, the Yellow Jackets were 5-1. They were leading the GNAC in rebounding at almost plus 15 on the boards. The last 3 games, the Jackets have been out-rebounded. So a monumental turn in the rebounding department, an area the Jackets were so good in. And then the other thing that's been missing has been the three-point shooting as Staubach makes the bucket. The Jackets have been ice cold from the arc, save for the make by Shelley earlier tonight. But they had been shooting under 20% the last 3 games from three-point range. And this is a very good shooting Yellow Jacket team from the arc. Addison Gardner, Shayla Montague, some of the sharpshooters for MSUB, but the shots just haven't been going down lately. It's a good sign that the first of the night from Shelley did, but the Jackets really need that shooting from the perimeter to complement the inside play with Shelley and Kunkel. Underneath, there's Jenkins. Shelley, now the late whistle after the rebound was grabbed, but now they're going to call the foul on Shelley. Looked like she definitely impacted the shot, and the judgment of the official was Shelley got a piece of it.
Checks in the Nighthawks. Number 23, Aaron Jenkins at the line shooting 2.
Jenkins hits that one.
Number 13, Tegan Thurman checks in for the Nighthawks.
Yellow Jackets have the ball. NNU into the full press. Tegan Thurman into the game for the first time for the Nighthawks, as well as Claire Eubanks for NNU. Underneath, blocking foul called.
Calls number 20 turn Shelley. He makes the 34 Shannon Rainey checks in for the Jackets.
Kevin Wooden not thrilled about the call there. But heading to the free throw line now, Claire Eubanks. And she hits the first.
Horrible call.
So the Yellow Jackets in a little bit of a hole here early, as that one rattles off, and it's 10-4. Shannon Rainey in for MSUB for the first time. Gardner got it inside to Kunkel, who almost lost control. No whistle on the other end. A lot of contact, just as there was on an NU's set that led to free throws. Zahn's got it now, 9 seconds on the shot clock. 3 to shoot. Inside, and Kunkel had it knocked away. Got to get one up, and it's a shot clock violation. Jackets just couldn't get a shot off. Good defense by NNU. Shayla Montague, Deani Boyce, and Skylar Patton checking in for the first time tonight for MSUB, and Annalyn Bonner in there for NNU for the first time. Midway through the opening quarter, Nighthawks with the early advantage. Pinson tries another three. That one's off the mark, and Kunkel ends up with the rebound. Patton went flying on the play. Montague back to Kunkel, trying to get inside to Rainey. Montague open for a three from the wing. That one off the mark and falls to the speedy guard Jordan Pinson, who's quickly back the other way. Now a three from the wing, left short. Well, NNU's got a 15 in there. We don't have a 15 on the rosters we've got here. Media timeout on the floor. Nighthawks lead it 10-4. .10-4 coming out of the first quarter media timeout. Nighthawks in front with 4:36 to go before halftime. And then you're going to stay in that full court press. It has bothered the Jackets, but Kunkel calmly breaking it, getting the ball to Patton. So Shelley staying on the bench. Shannon Rainey more minutes underneath for the Jackets. Cross court to Kunkel. Shot clock back under 10 seconds. Kunkel blocked by Thabach from behind. Jackets get a stop on the other end. They need a bucket. They have not had a field goal since Shelley sank a three-pointer on the opening possession. Now they lost control. Jump ball going to stay with MSUB. Terrence Shelley coming back in. But another slow start offensively for MSUB. Just 1 for 5 to start off. The other point coming on the free throw make by Gardner. Montague going to take it out. It's her, Shelley, Rainey, Patton, and Boyce. Patton calling out the play now for the Jackets. Looking for a strong finish to this opening quarter. 8 seconds to shoot now. Patton driving the lane. A lot of contact, no foul, and another turnover by the Jackets. That's their 5th already. Thalbach open underneath, and she's got another bucket. 3 for the NNU big already. 3 buckets, that is. And she's up to 6 points. Shelley working underneath. Reverse layup. That's good. Nice move that time by Shelley underneath. Jackets with a much-needed bucket. Shelley has 5 of their first 6 points as we move under 3 minutes to go in the first. Kanishka now with 7 to shoot. Nighthawks need to get something up. Still looking for one. She takes it herself, and Cami Kanishka hits from the wing. Time was running out on the shot clock, but Kanishka stepped up and drilled it. Nighthawks off to a 2 for 4 start from three-point range. And the lead back to 9 points. Rainey tries a 3 from the top, and Shannon Rainey knocks it down. Big response that time from the senior out of Libby. 15-9 now. Jenkins guarded up top by Deani Boyce. Hands off to Kanishka. Underneath, Thalbach pivoting around with Shelley on her. Nylam's layup is good. She's got 8 points already. Subs for both teams at the next dead ball. Skylar Patton brings it across. Shelley underneath, right-handed hook. That won't go. And out of bounds to NNU. 4 new players for the Jackets. Emma Clark back in along with Jordan Pinson for NNU. For MSUB, it's Natalie Andreas for the first time tonight. Gardner's back in, as is Nelson, and then also Aspen Giese, the true freshman from Fort Benton, in there for the first time tonight as well. Just under 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Underneath, Thalbach turns around, right hook, that's good. Jackets have not been able to stop Nylam Thalbach, who's got 10 first quarter points. Andreas working up top, and she was fouled by Erin Jenkins. NNU's played really good defense. They're pesky in your face, and that's something the Jackets talked about. They knew that's what NNU brings to the table. Carrie Ann Kunkel back into the game for the Jackets. Courtney Nelson inbound. 1 minute even on the game clock. Andreas, an open look for 3. Banks it in. Natalie Andreas gets her first bucket with a little help off the glass. Jackets within 7. Now Nat tips it away. Clark was there. Thalbach underneath. Another one. They're going to have to make some kind of adjustment, Kevin Wooden's crew, because right now Thalbach is hitting everything. They have no defensive presence on her underneath. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Giese at the top. Kunkel traveled. Nighthawks lead it by 9. They've got the ball and can hold for the final shot. Pinson will bring it across. Kanishka back to Pinson, who's just got a good look for a three and knocks it down. Another big tray by Jordan Pinson. And Jordan injured. Now they get her back up. Pinson was sort of knocked to the floor off of that shot. And now Steve Steele's just going to pick her up and carry her to the bench. Annalyn Bonner back into the game. 9.5 seconds left. And the Yellow Jackets trail by a dozen. Now Ellie Salisbury also in for NNU for this last possession of the quarter. Patton inbound. Gardner's got it. Time to get a shot, but the Jackets got to hurry. Patton with 5 seconds. Nelson gets it off, not close. And after the first 10 minutes of play, NNU up 24-12. Half of those points scored by Nylam Thabak. We'll take a break. We'll be back with quarter number 2 after this. Looks like Nylam Thabak's going to start this quarter with a well-deserved break on the bench, but my goodness, unstoppable stuff from her so far. 12 points already. That's half of NNU's scoring total. And the Nighthawks in command after 10 minutes. Tegan Thurman to inbound. And Thurman now working underneath, and she walked with it. Good defense by Natalie Andreas. Jackets need a spark here. They've been finding themselves in early trouble this 3-game losing stretch, and right back in the same boat tonight. Kunkel. Turn around in the lane. And just can't get that one to rattle home. Carrie Ann shooting upwards of 50% on the season, but still looking for her first bucket tonight. Now NNU throws it away. Danny Zahn coming back into the game. Skylar Patton gonna sit down. That press has worked for the Nighthawks. And while the Jackets have broken it, it has resulted in a lot of slim shot clocks. It takes a lot of time to get through the press, and the Jackets have a couple shot clock violations. This time, though, Kunkel makes her first layup of the night. Carrie Ann's on the board. Three on the way from Kanishka, and Nelson and Andreas had the rebound carry them off them out of bounds. Claire Eubanks in for NNU. And Shannon Rainey back for the Jackets. Natalie Andreas to the bench after a good stretch to finish the first quarter. Start the second. Turnaround off the glass and no good that time from Thurman. And a foul called on Tegan, going for her own missed shot. And just as I was about to say, the Jackets would love to take advantage of this stretch with Thalbach off the floor. Now Alum's back in there. Gardner with some momentum behind her. Now Nelson on the other side of the wing. Courtney looking to get it into Rainey, instead keeps it on the perimeter. Zahn tries the three, no good. Gardner couldn't quite get there in advance of Eubanks. There's Clark. Now Kanishka open from the corner, off the mark, and Gardner clears out the rebound. Nelson driving, kicking to the corner. Zahn tries another three. That one won't go. And Thalbach's got the rebound. 3 boards for Nylam Thalbach. She's 6 for 7. Now tries the three. And she traveled first, almost knocked it down, but one extra step that time for Thalbach. Well, that'd be scary if she started hitting threes. She's already unstoppable in the low post. Under 8 minutes to go before halftime. The deficit at 10 points right now for MSUB. Kunkel underneath to Rainey. Layup good. Rainey's had some good minutes. Hit the three earlier. She's got 5 points early on in this one. Thalbach lost control, and Rainey ends up with the ball in her hands. Nelson looking to push it. Had it tipped away, though. So both teams turning it over now. Offensive foul. Thalbach went right through Nelson, so Courtney quickly made up for the turnover by taking a charge underneath. 3 turnovers in the last 10 seconds of game time. Ends up being Yellow Jacket ball. Shayla Montague back in. Nelson to the bench. Now Kunkel spins around, right hand off the mark. Good defense that time. Clark kicks it to the wing. Jenkins for three. Rattled around, and Gardner got the rebound and was fouled. Good to see Pinson back in there. Had gone down with a leg injury, but it looks like she's all right. Yanni Boyce back in for the Jackets. Pinson inbound underneath. Nighthawks work it around the perimeter. Pinson now tried to throw it underneath, but turned it over. No, not quite. It was tipped out by the Jackets. Jenkins working on Boyce underneath. Got the right-hand layup to go. So the deficit staying right around the 8 to 12 point mark at the moment. Jackets trail by 10 here. Shelley back in as well. Boyce drives the lane, right hand off the glass and good. A nice take from Deani Boyce underneath. Kanishka looking inside underneath. Layup wouldn't go from Eubanks, and Shelley wrestles away the rebound. Zahn's got to hurry and get it across before a 10-second violation, and she just barely does. Pinson going to be called for the blocking foul, that time on Zahn. So Thalbach back to the bench, and once again, this is the time the Jackets really need to exploit that matchup underneath. Shelley's got a size advantage against Eubanks. Jackets need to find a way to get her the ball. Eight seconds to shoot for MSUB. Nelson, whistle away from the ball, and Deani Boyce committed the foul on Aaron Jenkins that time. Thurman back in, as well as Nylon Thalbach. Approaching the midway point of the second quarter now. 26-18 NNU in front. Thalbach underneath. Off the glass and good from Tegan Thurman. Boyce nearly threw it away. Pinson thought there was a tip, but call is possession Jackets. Media timeout on the floor. NNU up by 10. So the Nighthawks in command. They're talking over how to try to get this game to halftime with the healthy lead they've got. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets trying to figure out how to get their mojo back. They started the year so well, 5-1, and the only loss was to the number one team in the country, Lubbock Christian. It was looking like the Jackets were on their way to a great start, but it just hasn't been there the last couple weeks. Started with the loss to Carroll College at home, and then last week over in Aberdeen, South Dakota, the Jackets dropped both games against Northern State and MSU Moorhead. So MSUB looking to get its swagger back and start conference play with a win. Nice move from Deani Boyce, and finishing with the left hand coming out of the timeout. Nieto for three off the mark. Boyce clears out and grabs the rebound. Now she takes it almost coast to coast, then stops and gets it back out to Danny Zahn. 4 minutes to go in the half. Shelley, right hand, soft jumper. There's the rattle and roll for Taryn Shelley underneath. Lead down to 6 now for NNU. Good little 4-point burst for the Jackets coming out of the timeout, and a rare miss for Thalbach underneath. Jackets get a stop. Bucket here would be huge. Nelson Shelley for a trail three. Instead, thought better of it, gave to Boyce. Now Taryn tries to tray from the wing, left it short, and Thurman's got the rebound. Looking for Thawbach underneath. Good defense by Shelley. She tipped it away on the entrance pass from Annalyn Bonner. Addison Gardner back for MSUB. Thurman. Back out to Nieto. 10 seconds on the shot clock for the Nighthawks. Pinson guarded by Gardner. Now Nieto tries a three. Short. Gets her own rebound. Back up with it. That won't go, and Shelley had it knocked out of her hands. Possession going to go to MSUB. This has been better defensively from the Jackets. They stopped Thawbach a couple possessions ago, a couple of stops in a row, and a chance once again to make this a two-possession game. Need a bucket here, though. Shayla Montague back in for the Jackets. Shayla up top, had her foot on the line. That one rattled out. Was a two-pointer, but couldn't get that one to go. Now Pinson cutting Thawbach, and Gardner was all over it. Another stop for the Yellow Jackets. Thawbach frustrated, and good defense there from Addison Gardner to create the turnover. Shelley going to head to the bench. Shannon Rainey back in. Shannon's had a great half with 5 points. Carrie Ann Kunkel back as well. Six-point ball game. A stall offensively for NNU over the last couple of minutes. Jackets have worked hard to keep this manageable and looking for another bucket, but stripped away, stolen from Gardner by Emma Clark. Zahn in the lane. Offensive foul. Second charge drawn by the Yellow Jackets. Nelson took one earlier. This time Clark blew up Danny Zahn, and the Yellow Jackets with their 4th consecutive stop. Zahn pushing it. Approaching the 2-minute mark in the half. Cutting is Gardner. She's got Kunkel wide open from the wing. Rattled in and out. And Montague went over the back for the rebound. Slightly unfortunate because Rainey was right there. I don't think Shayla necessarily knew that, but she's whistled for the foul this time. 1:50 to go. Pinson's got the ball for NNU. Great start for him, but these last couple of minutes, momentum has swung to the Yellow Jackets. Thawbach going to work underneath, left hand, and good. Give her 14 here in the opening half. Zahn lost control. Out of bounds to NNU. Cami Kanishka back in for the Nighthawks. Pinson calling out the play. Lead back to 8 for NNU. A chance for double figures again if they convert on this possession. Skylar Patton back on the floor for the Jackets as well. Pinson with 8 seconds to shoot. Thawbach for 3. Hits it. Nylam Thawbach from long distance. 17 points in the first half. She's scored more than half of NNU's points in the ball game. 40 seconds to go before halftime. Rainey from inside the arc, off the mark, and Thalbach's got the rebound. Pinson up and under, reverse layup, rattles home. Jordan Pinson with the bucket. Now the Jackets looking like they are going to try and hold for the last possession. They did so well to get it to 6, but they look up and they trail by 13. Should be the last shot of the half. 10 seconds on the clock. Patton guarded by Pinson up top. Now she drives. Gardner from the wing at the buzzer. No good. And after 20 minutes, NNU with a commanding 35-22 lead. 17 points for Nyalum Thalbach. She's 8 for 10. And right now, she's been the difference maker. They'll talk it over in the locker rooms. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have first half numbers in just a couple of minutes. So Northwest Nazarene with a 13-point advantage at the halftime break. The Yellow Jackets shot 9 for 26 in the first half. That's 34.6%. NNU, meanwhile, red hot, 14 for 27, 51.9%. Neither team lit it up from the arc. NNU went 4 for 11. That's 36.4% for the Jackets. The woes continue from long range, 3 for 11, and 27.3% from three-point range. Rebounding department, Northwest Nazarene had a 17-14 advantage, so fairly even on that front. And turnovers, a little sloppy by both teams. The Yellow Jackets had 10, and the Nighthawks had 8. Individually, it was the Nylam Thabak show in the first half. 8 for 10 from the floor, 17 points to lead everybody. 5 rebounds for her as well. The next leading scorer for NNU was Jordan Pinson with 8. She hit a couple of three-pointers. For the Yellow Jackets, a quiet start. Taryn Shelley led the way with 7 points. She was 3 for 6 from the field. A couple rebounds as well for Taryn, but nobody else with more than 5 points. Shannon Rainey had a couple of field goals, including the three-pointer in the opening half. Jackets got some work to do. A really good stretch there from about the 6-minute mark in the second quarter down to the final minute. But after that, the Nighthawks finished with their foot on the gas. So the second half coming up. We'll see what adjustments the teams make. It worked for a minute for MSUB. They had Thabak under control there just for a couple of minutes of game time, but then at the end it looked more like how the night started off, where she was finishing and the Nighthawks got their mojo back offensively. We'll see what Kevin Wooden's crew can do to adjust. They'll have the opening possession of the half. Courtney Nelson inbound. Same starters for the Yellow Jackets: Nelson, Zahn, Kunkel, Gardner, and Shelley. And for NNU, Thabak, Jenkins, Kanishka, Pinson, and Lydia Nieto. Here we go, second half underway, and it starts with a turnover. Unbelievable. Just an unbelievable start to just throw it away right off the get-go. Not how the Jackets drew it up. Nelson looking for Shelley inside. Instead they swing it around to Gardner. Kunkel. Shelley from the free throw line. In there. Shelley up to 9 points now. She's got to keep it going. They need her to have a big game, a big half, if they're going to get back into this one. Pinson dribbling around now. Kanishka to Nieto inside, almost thrown away. Shelley and Thabak got tangled up. Possession going to go to the Yellow Jackets. Shelley got that long arm in there underneath. So a stop there generated by the Jackets. Kunkel to inbound, and then you're going to stay in that full court press. 4 players in the back court for the Nighthawks. Kunkel gets it into Nelson. Now Carrie Ann will bring it across. Zahn calling the play out. Gardner looking inside for Kunkel. Now to Shelley, guarded by Thabak. Right hand had it blocked. And going to stay with the Yellow Jackets. Good defense there from Thabak. Kunkel open in the corner. 2 seconds to shoot. Zahn's got to get one up. Shelley at the buzzer. Couldn't get it to go. Gets her own rebound, then left-handed lays it in. I don't know how Taryn Shelley got the shot off. I think it was more of a flick towards the rim, but it worked out. Taryn got the O-board off her own miss. 4 quick points for her to start the third quarter. She's up to 11 now. Kanishka from the wing, off the mark, and Zahn tips the rebound away. Aside from the turnover to start the quarter, this has been better by the Yellow Jackets. They've got it down to 11. Montague and Deani Boyce back in. Shelley underneath to Nelson. Now Shayla's open from the wing for three, and there it is. Montague, a much-needed three. Back to an 8-point ball game. Fabach underneath. Turns around. Short jumper won't go. Rebound to Courtney Nelson. Boyce looking for Montague inside. Turnaround jumper rattles out. Shayla just couldn't quite get that one to go. Pinson and Gardner got tangled up. They're both okay. Kanishka inside to Jenkins. Guarded by Shelley. Taryn blocked her shot. Now it's thrown away right to Montague. So Shelley with the block. Montague picks up the steal. You can hear head coach Kevin Wooden saying, 4 out, 4 out. They were talking in shoot-around today. That's the only thing they got to know. It's the only thing they got to think about today. Gardner's three wouldn't go. Boyce there for the offensive rebound. Saves it to Shelley. Double-teamed, left hand, won't go. Just didn't get the roll that time, did Shelley. Jump ball, though. Gardner fought for it. Possession going to stay with NNU this time. Good stretch from Shelley there. She checks out. Shannon Rainey back in. Claire Eubanks back for the Nighthawks, as well as Tegan Thurman for NNU. It's a doubleheader tonight at Alterowitz Gym. A true doubleheader as the Northwest Nazarene men in the house as well. They're going to take on the Yellow Jackets at 7:30. Still plenty of action left in this one. The Jackets have managed to keep it close. It's at 8 points now, the deficit. Thurman lays it up and in. Good take from Tegan Thurman underneath. Gardner guarded by Pinson. AJ gets it across. Now Deani Boyce going to work underneath. Left hand off the glass and in. Deani Boyce, a nice take. She's up to 6 points. Scoring all of them underneath. Tipped away. Gardner dives in, and she's going to be whistled for the foul. Good hustle by both Courtney Nelson and Addison Gardner. But AJ just a tiny bit late. A little too much contact. Whistled for the foul. NNU ball. Sideline out of bounds. This is an important one. First conference game of the year. You want to get league play started off on the right foot. Nieto across court to Kanishka. Underneath. Eubanks spins around. Rainey whistled for the foul. So Shelley back in. Just a quick little breather for her. Eubanks at the free throw line. The Jackets have made just one trip to the free throw line. It was on the second possession of the game when Gardner was fouled, but that's been it. Been quiet for him there. This is just the third trip for NNU, so not a lot of foul shots in this game for either team. Lead back to 10 for the Nighthawks, 41-31, midway through quarter number 3. Tipped away out of bounds. Courtney Nelson inbound. And Shelley was fouled up top. Claire Eubanks with the reach in that time.
Foul number 24, Claire Eubanks.
Nelson gets it into Gardner this time. Shelley's got the size mismatch underneath. Fadeaway jumper way off the mark that time for Taryn. Out of bounds to NNU. Well, the Nighthawks have done a nice job of maintaining and holding on to that lead. The Jackets have gotten close a couple of times. They got it to 6 points at the end of the second quarter. Here, another turnover. But that's the only time in this half that it's been a two-possession game since very early. Gardner's three way off, and Nelson rips down the rebound from the middle of the lane. Second chance opportunity. Gardner drives, wild layup attempt. She's fouled, and after the media timeout, going to go to the line to shoot two. Jackets trail it by 10, 4:51 to go in quarter number 3. Well, Taryn Shelley leading the way. She's got 11 points, 5 for 12 shooting, including a three-pointer tonight, 3 rebounds for her as well. Well, the Jackets score by committee. That's what they do. It has been well-balanced, but not a ton of production other than Shelley. The next leading scorer, Deani Boyce, has 6. So Gardner going to be at the free throw line. Coming out of the media timeout, AJ 1 for 2 to start off her night from the foul line, coming early on in this game. Addison hits the first. And rattles the second one home as well. The deficit 8. Jackets pressing a little bit. And stolen away. Wide open layup for Gardner. Big stop there for the Jackets. 6-point game now. Thurman. And Steve Steele wants a timeout right away. So a big adjustment there by the Yellow Jackets coming out of the timeout, throwing a curveball at him, and Steve Steele needs to talk it over with his crew. We'll take another timeout. So immediately, Steve Steele calling timeout, back-to-back possessions where the Yellow Jackets caught him by surprise a little bit with the full-court press, resulted in a turnover, and then a quick timeout to prevent what the NNU head coach thought maybe would have been a second. 6-point game. Jackets are right there in it. Ballbach back in for NNU. Now another turnover. Works again. Nelson tried to go underneath the Gardner kick ball. Well, you just thought that Kevin Wooden and Alicia Breen had one more bullet in their back pocket. It looks like they pulled it out, adjusting that defense here. I was just about to say when it was a 10-point game, by no means desperation mode, still seemingly forever left in this game, but you're going to have to make a move at some point if you're MSUB. Here goes Shelley underneath. Right hand just couldn't get it to roll that time. Taryn's usually so good with that touch, but just a tiny bit off as Nelson gets her hand on the cross-court pass and knocks it out of bounds. Pinson inbound. Emma Clark back in, as is Lydia Nieto. Thurman going to work underneath. Looked like she traveled. No call, and Shelley another blocked shot. Possession going to stay with the Nighthawks. Corner three for Pinson. Got it! Big hit from Jordan Pinson, who'd been quiet offensively since early on, but that's her third three of the game. She's now in double figures with 11. Boyce was fouled by Thurman up top. Carrie Ann Kunkel coming back for the Jackets. Aaron Jenkins for Northwest Nazarene. Nelson inbound. Montague gets it from Kunkel up top. Daubach all the way up there guarding her. Now the Nighthawks switch it. 8 on the shot clock. 3 to shoot. Got to get one up. Kunkel from inside the arc, way off. And the loose ball out of bounds. Going to stay with the Jackets. Steve Steele wants a shot clock violation. He's saying that never hit the rim, and I think he might be right. Well, they're going to reset it to 20 seconds. Jackets going to keep the ball. I don't know if that shot from Kunkel ever did hit the rim. It was well off the mark, but Jackets going to keep the ball. Could really use a bucket here. Kunkel underneath. A lot of contact, no whistle. Now the Nighthawks have numbers coming the other way. Jenkins hands it off to Nieto underneath. The layup good. Back to 11. Boyce fouled underneath. That's just how it's been. The Jackets keep getting it to 6 points, 7 points, and then NNU just keeps maintaining, keeps responding. And the most recent one, the corner three from Pinson, the big shot. Aspen Giese back into the game along with Danielle Zahn for the Jackets. Boyce at the free throw line. Annalyn Bonner back for NNU. Boyce misses the first. Boyce goes 1 of 2. From the line. 10-point game with 2:51 to go in the third. Jackets stay in the press. This time NNU handles it. Nieto bringing it across, and she's fouled from behind by Giese. Cami Kanishka back for the Nighthawks. Jenkins finds the corner shot for Bonner off the mark. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Carrie Ann Kunkel. Jenkins underneath, spinning around and walked with it. Giese to inbound. Zahn bringing it up. Boyce inside to Kunkel, guarded by Jenkins. Carrie Ann tries the right-handed shot. That won't go. Out of bounds to NNU. Nighthawks nearly lost it out of bounds, but Kanishka saved it. Nieto now will call up the play. Dahlbach tries the long jumper, gets it to rattle home. Got a smile on her face. Nylaw up to 19 points. That's her first bucket of the half after scoring 17 in the first 20 minutes. Had been a quiet start here in the third quarter. Giese inside to Shelley. Right hand off the glass and good. Shelley's got 13. But once again, the only Yellow Jacket in double figures. Gardner commits the foul that time. That's the fourth team foul of the period. Next one would push NNU into the bonus. Jackets are already there. Nighthawks have committed 5. Skylar Patton back for MSUB. And Jordan Pinson back for NNU. She'll inbound from the baseline. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Bonner for 3. Got it! Annalyn Bonner from the wing. 13-point game all of a sudden. Boyce underneath. Left hand off the glass, no good. Dahlbach with the rebound. Here comes Jenkins. Nearly walked with it, but instead tipped out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. Montague back for MSUB. Boyce will take a break. 45.2 seconds on the clock. Pinson calling out the play. Dahlbach guarded closely by Shelley. Now she puts it on the floor underneath. Can't get the layup to go, and Taryn Shelley grabs the rebound. 30 seconds. Patton finds Shelley at the foul line. Had it tipped away, but Taryn able to keep possession. 12 seconds. Patton spins around in the lane. That won't go. Rebound grabbed by Giese, and then she's fouled. So the Jackets now can hold for the final shot, or check that. No, Giese's going to go to the free throw line. They're in the bonus. Courtney Nelson back, and Natalie Andreas for MSUB. Ellie Salisbury for NNU. Giese to shoot a couple of free throws. First one good. And Giese hits a pair. Now NNU gonna try to hold for the last shot of the quarter. 7 seconds for Kanishka. Hands off to Pinson. Almost lost control. Now 2 seconds. Last ditch 3. No good. And the quarter comes to a close. So the Nighthawks still with a firm grip on the lead. They are up 51-40 with 10 minutes left at Alterowitz Gym. Well, you get a look at the NNU coaching staff. Steve Steele, 6th season, and first year for Stacy Lukasavich there on the left in the black shirt. And those two together at Seattle Pacific University. Steve Steele was the assistant coach there before his first head coaching job at NNU. And Lukasavich, of course, the 4-year star for the Falcons. And Steve coached her for her first 3 seasons. Now they link up on the coaching staff for the Nighthawks. They're 10 minutes away from victory in their conference opener. And the Yellow Jackets, 10 more minutes to figure out a way to win this game. They've got a chance. They've hung in there, but time now starting to run out. Montague for 3. Got it. Shayla Montague kick-starting the 4th quarter with her 2nd tray of the night. Back to an 8-point game now. Been another quiet night overall from the arc for the Jackets. Just 4 for 14. Tipped away. Gardner's got it. So a tray and a stop. Now a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Nelson all the way. Right hand and good. 51-45. The Jackets once again get it to 2 possessions. Boyce with the blocking foul that time. Could kind of see that one coming. Deani not quite set. Tegan Thurman quickly back in for NNU. Dahlbach on the bench here to start the 4th. Shelley's back for the Jackets. All 5 of the ladies in white with those hands up. They preached that in shoot-around today. Active hands, good defense. They need it here in the 4th, but a nice bucket from Tegan Thurman underneath. Nelson will get it across. Open lane, had it knocked away, and she charged that time. Claire Eubanks took it. I was thinking Nelson was headed for another layup attempt. She saw that opening. And whistled for the foul that time.
Number 15, Kate Clark checks in for the Nighthawks.
Shelley committing the foul that time, and that'll put Thurman at the free throw line for NNU. Next one rattles out. Rebound saved by Nelson. Montague finding Boyce underneath to Shelley now. Shelley with the bucket, and she's fouled. Karen Shelley a chance for a 3-point play. Foul on Eubanks underneath the bucket. This could cut it to 5 points. That would be the closest the Yellow Jackets have been since the outset of the game in the first quarter. It's been an uphill battle for MSUB all game long. Steve Steele taking exception to that call. Shelley hits the foul shot. 53-48 now. Jackets the closest they've been since the first quarter. Pinson driving. Takes it herself off the glass, no good. Thawbach timed the rebound well, but misses the putback. Nelson tipped it out of bounds. The Jackets have done much better on Nylam Thawbach. 17 points in the first half, 2 since halftime. Underneath, Thurman, reverse layup, won't go, and Shelley's got the rebound. And now the Jackets could make it a 1-possession game with a bucket here. Gardner to Shelley. AJ back up top. Boyce with some room underneath. Fouled by Thabak, and Deani Boyce headed to the free throw line. Good take from Boyce. She's been good tonight. Had a really good performance against Minnesota State. Moorhead was the player of the game for MSUB in the most recent defeat. And Deani, 16 good minutes tonight, 7 points for a couple rebounds. And she's going to try to add to that total here with a couple free throws. Still a ton of time left in this one, and it really could go either way. It's been advantage NNU all night, but now the Jackets the closest they have been. Second one goes, and it's a one-possession game. Jackets wanted to travel. Instead, they'll take a turnover. Montague, Gardner. Shelley's open from the top to tie the game. Got it! And we're all even at 53-53. Unbelievable. The Jackets trailed by as much as 15, and with 7 minutes, 20 seconds left, we're all square again. Pinson looking to get it inside. Now Jenkins. Pinson traveled, another turnover. MSUB led this game once, and it was after Terrence Shelley hit the first shot of the night from three-point range. They were up 3-0. Now her second tray ties it, and the Jackets have the ball with a chance to take the lead for the first time since that opening bucket. Unbelievable comeback tonight. Still very far from over. Pinson fouls Gardner. It's been a physical game. Sloppy at times by both teams. Lots of turnovers, 17 for NNU. That's been the glaring problem, and when the Jackets moved into the full court press, well, it's worked. Simple as that. Boyce thought about a three. Now she puts it on the floor. Right hand up and under. Couldn't quite get it to spin home. Nelson saves the rebound, but it's off Pinson, out of bounds. Yellow Jacket ball. Shelley across court to Montague, guarded by Jenkins inside. 8 seconds to shoot. Nelson rips it baseline, takes it herself, right hand off the glass, fouled by Jenkins.
Foul number 23, Aaron Jenkins. Courtney Nelson at the line, shooting two. For 24, Claire Eubanks checks in for Northwest Nazarene.
Eubanks back for the Nighthawks. Well, that's the fourth personal on Aaron Jenkins. Eubanks also has 4 as Nelson gets it to rattle, and the Jackets have their first lead since 3-0. So you got to keep your eye on that as well. There's still 6:41 to go. Both Eubanks and Jenkins with 4 fouls. Eubanks in there right now playing with 4. Shelley's got 3, but no Jacket really in foul trouble beyond that. Thabak's got 3. Thurman also with 3 for NNU. Next foul also, it's worth noting, by the Nighthawks will push the Jackets into the bonus. Could be significant with a lot of time left on the clock. Tipped away, but Gardner reached in, committing the foul on Thabak that time. Third personal on Addison Gardner. And that's the 4th already on MSUB in the period. So could be a lot of free throws over the final 6.5 minutes of this game. Next foul by each team will send players to the line for the rest of the night. And now just a brief pause. They're looking at the official book. 54-53, MSUB in front. Thabak underneath against Shelley, and there's Nylam Thabak. We'll see if she can get it going these last 6 minutes. That's just her second field goal of the half. But she does lead all players, 21 points now. Nelson, offensive foul. Pinson drew it. Kevin Wooden not happy about that call. But Jordan Pinson drawing the arm that time. So NNU back in front. They've got the ball. Nieto running the point for the Nighthawks. And she loses it. Able to get it back, just barely. Thabak underneath, fouled from behind by Shelley. Thabak going to go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Kevin Wooden wants a quick 30-second timeout. Nighthawks by a point, getting late at Alterowitz Gym. Deani Boyce up to 9 points now, and she's been a big difference maker coming off the bench for the Yellow Jackets. Her career high is 11. But Deani's played a key role in this comeback. Nighthawks back in front by a point. Thalbach at the free throw line coming out of the timeout. First one good from Nylam Thalbach. And she hits a pair. 23 points now for the Nighthawk big. Shelley right on her heels, up to 19 points. Here comes Nelson all the way. Open from the corners, Gardner for three. Got it! Huge hit for Madison Gardner. We're tied again, 57-57. Kanishka and Pinson work it around. A lot on the line here. Pinson for three, off the mark, rebound, tipped. Boys trying to save it out of bounds to NNU. Opening game of the conference season. Almost feels like a late year game or even a playoff type atmosphere here. These teams are knotted up. Got to make the top six in the league standings to get into the conference tournament in March. It's ages away, but every game's so important. Thalbach underneath. Blocked by Shelley. And Shelley rips down the rebound. Montague helped under there as well. Jackets tied up. They've got the ball. 4:55 to go. Montague, right hand off the glass, foul underneath. It might be Nelson who's going to the line. Foul's on Eubanks, and she's out of the game. That's her fifth. So Eubanks done. Erin Jenkins is on the bench because she's got 4 fouls as well. So that's big for NNU. Thurman's back in. Now, the other factor, Terrence Shelley's got 4 fouls as well. So that's a big problem for both of these teams right now. Eubanks out. Jenkins is going to come back, but probably not for another couple of minutes as she's sitting on 4. And for the Jackets, they're worried about Shelley, who's playing with 4 fouls. Nelson misses the second. Rebound tipped around, and Courtney ends up with it, then throws it away. Now still loose, and Deani Boyce has it. Boyce looking to drive inside. Almost traveled. Shelley for 3. Got it! Taryn Shelley! Her 3rd tray of the night. 22 points. The Jackets with a 4-point lead all of a sudden. Pinson gives it over to Nieto for 3. That won't go. And saved by Thurman. My goodness, what an effort from Tegan Thurman to keep it alive. And Nelson kicked it. Things getting good here late at Alterowitz Gym. 4:09 left. Jackets 61, Nighthawks 57. Rainey back in. Shelley's going to go to the bench for rest, but more likely than anything else to try to keep her in this game as long as possible. She's got 4 fouls. Whistle underneath. Foul going to go against Shannon Rainey. No other real foul trouble for the Jackets. Gardner's got 3, but that's it. For NNU, Thalbach's got 3, as does Thurman. But with 4:08 left, that's of a little bit less concern. Nieto picks up the foul for the Nighthawks. So we're in the bonus. Everybody is, that is. And it'll be free throws the rest of the way for both these teams. Gardner's going to the line for MSUB now. Gardner hits the first. Jackets up by 5. They've rallied late, and they're ahead. They trailed by as much as 15 in this game. Thurman underneath with Rainey on her right hand, and good. Boy, Tegan Thurman's been good tonight. 8 points for her, but she's done a whole bunch for NNU, and she's scored buckets when they need them. 1 possession game. I would reckon it's going to stay that way the final 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Shelley's back with 4 fouls. Aaron Jenkins is back with 4 fouls. Gardner to inbound. She's up to 10 points. Shelley leading the way with 22. Inside to her here. Montague from the wing for 3, and she got it. Well, the Jackets have had their worst 3-point shooting stretch of the year the last 3 games, but here in the second half, they've got it figured out, and it's been huge. 6-point game. Thalbach underneath. A lot of contact, no whistle. Now a foul called. Who's it going to go against? Shelley was on the ground. It's on Shelley, and that's her 5th. So that's huge. Shelley is fouled out of the game with her 5th foul. Kevin Wooden saying it should have been on Nelson, but the official saying no, it's on 20. They're still discussing it. This is important. The official seems to be convinced it was Shelley. They're still talking about it. Now Kevin Wooden wants a timeout. So they're going to look at this, I think, to decide who the foul is on. But the Jackets have to use a timeout for that to work, so that's what they're going to do. So Kevin Wooden was talking with the official, and he actually turned to Taryn Shelley, and he said, "Taryn, did you foul?" And looks like she said no, because they're going to look at it. And this is important because this is the difference between Shelley being out of this game or not right now. So they're going to look at the replay monitor here with 3:10 to go. Wooden had to call a timeout before the foul shot was taken. Otherwise, they'd have lost the opportunity. But the official's going to look at the replay monitor and decide who this foul was on. Right now it's on Shelley. Wooden was saying it should have been on Courtney Nelson. They've looked at it. Looks like they've got their decision. They're still discussing. And Shelley is going to stay on the bench, so it must have stayed on Taryn Shelley. So they at least looked at it. No luck. Jackets are going to have to win this game over the final 3:10 without their best player. Thabak at the line. Danny Zahn back in for MSUB. And you just worried about that, didn't you? Shelley with 4 fouls early on in the quarter. So she's out. Jackets have the 6-point lead, make it 5 after the free throw. And they've got control. Turnovers have been huge all game long for both teams. We've had more than 30 in this game, and that could be a key factor down the stretch. Thabak misses the second. Gardner's got the rebound. Jackets by 5. 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Boyce to Montague from the wing. Now Zahn. Thought about a 3. Puts it on the floor. Right hand off the glass. No good. Nelson keeps the offensive rebound. Now timeout by Kevin Wooden. Nelson somehow tipped that ball loose and then fought off Thabak, who's coming a little bit gingerly towards the bench. I think she's fine. It's been a physical, aggressive game by both of these teams. Lots of contact both ways. That's one of the things that makes NNU so good. They just get in your face. They're so gritty and a physical team. They've always been that way under the guidance of Steve Steele. And that's the kind of game you're going to have when there is that much tough, pesky defense played, and there's going to be a lot of fouls. There have been tonight. Shelley's out of the game. Eubanks is out of the game. She fouled out for NNU, and Jenkins in there right now sitting on 4 fouls. Yellow Jacket ball. Jackets have 1 timeout left now. Wooden used 1 to look at the replay on Shelley's 5th foul and then quickly called that one to maintain possession. 2:45 to go. Gardner looking to get it to Boyce, but good defense inside by Thalbach. 10 seconds to shoot for Zahn to the wing. Montague driving, floater, right hand, nowhere close, and Kanishka grabs the rebound. Nieto up top. They work it around to Kanishka, guarded by Nelson. Kanishka looking to get it inside. Now she's got room for a jumper. Wouldn't go. Rebound, grabbed by Nelson. Now Zahn brings it across. 2 minutes left. The Yellow Jackets close to what would be a very hard-fought victory, but they got to finish the job. Boyce, guarded by Thabak. Contact. Yanni went down and traveled. Maybe got bumped a little bit, but it's been like that all night. A lot of contact and just a hard-fought game. Thurman back in for NNU to inbound. They could use a bucket here with 1:47 to go. Nieto bringing it up. Jenkins looking for Thalbach inside, but double teamed by the Jacket zone. Now Pinson drives, and the foul going to go on Addison Gardner that time. That's the fourth on AJ. Well, the other way that foul trouble becomes an issue is if this game were to go to overtime, then you start worrying about the players who have 3 right now. So that's the fourth for Gardner. Free throw rattles out from Jordan Pinson. Second one good. 97 seconds left. Jackets by 4. Kanishka back in for NNU. Jackets trying to snap a 3-game losing skid. Gardner needs some help and gets it to Boyce, who will bring it across. Now Zahn in possession. Nelson looking for Boyce underneath. Cross court to Gardner. Jackets using up the game clock. And 3 in the key called on Boyce. So a turnover there by the Jackets. Jenkins back in, 1:17 to go. Still a 2-possession game. Aspen Giese coming back for MSUB. Pinson to bring it across. Thurman tries a 3. Hit it from the wing. Timeout NNU. Tegan Thurman. A huge hit, and it's a 1-point game. She's up to 11 points. That's her first 3-point attempt of the night. And that's the biggest shot hit by NNU so far. 30-second timeout on the floor. Steve Steele called it right away. He's still got 2 more in his pocket. Jackets have 1 timeout left with 1:06 left. Well, the official's looking at the monitor now just to double check. Pretty clearly a 3-pointer off the hand of Tegan Thurman. Well, whoever walks away with the win tonight, it's been an entertaining start to the GNAC season. And remember, we've got the men up next. Northwest Nazarene and MSU Billings going to square off in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Scheduled to start at 7:30. Might be a couple of minutes late as this one coming down to the wire. 1:06 to go, 66-65, MSUB in front. 3 other GNAC games tonight, but none of those start for another hour, all on the West Coast. Boyce to inbound. Gets it to Kunkel. Full court press by NNU. The Jackets able to break it. Zahn calmly across. Inside of a minute to go. Jackets by a point. Kunkel underneath. Guarded by Thalbach. Bumped and a foul. That's Thalbach's 4th now. Nelson coming back in. Giese back in as well. Kunkel at the free throw line for a couple of very important shots. Been a quiet night for Carrie Ann. That's just her 3rd point. But if the Jackets can hang on and win this, no one will care about stat lines. This is a complete team effort tonight. Kunkel rattles the second home. The lead back to 3 points for MSUB. 50.1 seconds left. Nieto to bring it across. 1-possession game. Thurman. Pinson 15 to shoot, tries the three to tie it, off the mark, rebound, foul on Gardner from behind. And that's her fifth. So Addison Gardner has fouled out of the game. So Gardner, the second Yellow Jacket to foul out after Shelley. Eubanks has already fouled out for NNU. Thaubach and Jenkins each with 4. Aaron's at the line now. 32 seconds left. Zahn coming in for Giese and Kunkel in as well. Jenkins a couple important free throws. Gets the first to go. Well, it was a quiet night for Kunkel, so has it been for Jenkins, at least offensively. Now up to 6 points for her. Back to a 1-point game. Yellow Jacket ball, 32 seconds. Kevin Wooden takes his final timeout. So the Yellow Jackets advance the ball with the timeout. And, boy, we've been graced with a treat tonight here at Alterowitz Gym. What a game. And it's going to be a tough loss to swallow for whoever falls in this one. NNU led by as much as 15 points. They're trying to rally this one in the waning seconds and get out of here with a win. Always hard to play on the road in conference play. Yellow Jackets trying to snap that 3-game skid. I misspoke. There is one other GNAC game underway. It's Alaska Anchorage and St. Martin's at halftime over in Lacey, Washington. The undefeated Seawolves up 27-21. And then later tonight over in Bellingham, Western Washington's got a non-conference game against Lincoln. And then Central Washington plays at Seattle Pacific at 7:30 on the West Coast, 8:30 Mountain Time. Opening night of conference play. .32 seconds left. Yellow Jacket ball to inbound is Carrie Ann Kunkel. MSUB by a single point. Got to protect the rock here. Zahn, thrown away by Kunkel. Thaubach's got it. And now underneath, Thurman for the lead. No good, and Kunkel gets the rebound. 24 seconds, and Kunkel fouled. Oh, my goodness. The Jackets almost disastrous. Kunkel able to go get the rebound. Now she's back at the free throw line. My goodness. Was trying to get it to the point guard, Danny Zahn. Now Carrie Ann, who just hit a couple of free throws to get the lead back to 3 moments ago, is back at the line. Very important shots. First one, no good. No good. 1-point game, NNU ball. 20 seconds. Nighthawks can hang on with a chance to win it. Pinson to the top. Nieto passes up the 3. Now she takes it on the way. No good. Rebound, foul on Thurman. Jackets were holding their breath. Nieto had as good a look as you can have from the wing to win it. But the shot was off the mark, and now a couple more important free throws from Deani Boyce. 9.1 seconds left on the clock. No good from Boyce. So NNU guaranteed a chance to tie it with a field goal, and now you really have to make this one if you're Boyce. Got it. Timeout NNU. They'll advance. 2-point game with 9.1 seconds left. Yellow Jackets are out of timeouts. NNU's got one more after this one. But Steve's still going to draw up a final play. So the question will be, do you try to win it with a 3? Or do you just try to get it inside to Nylam Thabak and tie up the game? You'd think maybe they'd have a couple of options. If someone's wide open for a 3, go for it. If not, I just think you got to go to your blue steel here. Go to Thabak. She's been so good tonight. 25 points to lead everybody. And then you can tie this up with a bucket. 69-67. Set for a thrilling finish here. 9.1 seconds. Time not an issue. NNU's got plenty of it. We've got the ball sideline out of bounds. Jenkins will inbound. Thabak not even on the floor. Nieto now. 5 seconds. Offensive foul! Courtney Nelson went flying. And that might just do it. Unbelievable. Jackets need to get this one in. 4.4 seconds. Barring a turnover, NNU's going to have to foul to stop the clock. Got to have a good inbound pass. They put it in the hands of Shayla Montague. 4.4 seconds. MSUB with the ball in the lead. Zahn's got it. Fouled. And with a couple free throws, Danny Zahn can all but put this one in the book. What a finish. NNU didn't get a game-tying shot, potentially game-winning shot off. Instead, the offensive foul. Now Zahn at the line, shooting 2. First one good. Missed a second. Quick timeout NNU. So they still have a chance. So now it's got to be a 3. Final timeout. Everybody's out of timeouts. Everybody's beat up. Everybody's in foul trouble. Jackets are down Shelley and Gardner. They're just hoping this thing doesn't go to overtime. Nieto, by the way, has fouled out of the game. That was her 5th. She's out. Thabak has fouled out of the game. That explains why she wasn't in there, as has Eubanks. Thurman's got 4, and Jenkins has 4. If this game were to go to overtime, NNU might run out of players. 3 have fouled out. 2 more sitting on 4 fouls. They still have a slim chance to get it there. So you know if you're MSUB, it's got to be a 3-pointer. Enough time to get one off for NNU, but you got to hurry. 2.4 seconds. Going to have to be pretty much a catch and shoot from somewhere. If you're the Jackets, you cannot foul. That's the only thing you can't do. You need to play some kind of defense and make it tricky, but you cannot risk fouling on a 3-point attempt to put them at the line for 3 free throws, or even worse, if they make it and you foul. That's the only possible way NNU can win this game right now. If you're the Jackets, worst case scenario, this is going to overtime. Worst case scenario. That's what Kevin Wooden's saying right now. MSUB so close to pulling off a conference opening victory. So here we go. 2.9, last chance for NNU. Who's it going to be to take the game-tying shot? Pinson inbound. Clark trying to get open. 5-second count! I don't believe it. Jordan Pinson couldn't get it in. Unbelievable. The Jackets dodge another bullet, and now they've got to get it in one more time. Montague to inbound. Kunkel's got it. Fouled immediately. And with 1.3 seconds, Carrie Ann Kunkel going to the line. And I think now, if you're MSUB, you can just breathe a sigh of relief. Kunkel can ice it with the free throw, but the thing is, NNU out of timeouts. Even if she misses both, it's going to be a prayer from well behind half court if the Nighthawks can even get one off. But Kunkel can end it right now with one make, and there it is. The Yellow Jackets are going to start 1-0 in league play and snap a 3-game losing skid, and just a gutsy, hard-fought win tonight over Northwest Nazarene. Off the mark, doesn't matter. Jenkins didn't get it off, and MSUB stuns NNU, comes back from down 15, and emerges with a 71-67 victory. Stay with us. We're going to talk with Kevin Wooden and Courtney Nelson after a hard-fought victory at Alterowitz Gym. We'll be back in just a couple of moments. So the Yellow Jackets emerge victorious in what at one point seemed like improbable fashion. They had to come back from down by a bunch and win it. Trailed by as much as 15, but in the end they hold on through a nervy final couple of minutes, and complete the victory. And we're going to chat with Courtney Nelson and then head coach Kevin Wooden here momentarily. Can you hear us down there, Court? Can you hear us down there, Court?
Yep, I can.
Okay, great. Hey, what was that like, those last couple of seconds there? I mean, what a finish. I mean, what was it like being on the court for that?
You know, it was pretty great. We had a rough start in the beginning, but in the second half we were able to push the ball up the floor and get back into it. The last few minutes were pretty awesome. I mean, we came back into the game and made it a good one.
Physical game. I mean, both teams were beat up there. Everybody was in foul trouble. You guys are out of timeouts. Just a toll there. That last possession, not the last one, the second to last one, you took the charge there, flew to the court. You were getting knocked around all night. Talk about the level of competition out there.
You know, it's awesome. It's just the beginning of GNAC week, and we get to see all the competition. It's really great. I mean, it was a really aggressive game, so yeah.
Yeah, and talk about a win like this. You guys were down by 15 points at one point in this game. What does it say about this team to be able to rally in the second half there, find a way to win?
You know, we have a lot of fight. Like you said, we were down 15, and we were able to come back and get the win, so.
All right, and starting off conference play on the right foot, you snap a 3-game losing skid. How does this help you going into Saturday against Central Washington?
It's awesome. It's big. I mean, like you said, we're in a 3-game losing streak, and we broke that, so we're going to get ready for this next game on Saturday.
All right, that's a typical Courtney Nelson game. 4 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Court, thanks for your time, and congrats on the win.
Thanks.
All right, Courtney Nelson and the Yellow Jackets pick up the victory. And that's what Courtney Nelson does. She's not going to go necessarily get a double-double every night, but she's going to do a little bit of everything, and really tonight played a huge role in this victory. Yellow Jackets come back to win at 71-67. Coach, can you hear us down there?
I can hear you very well. I can barely hear you.
Okay, hold that mic up and talk into it. There you go. Great. We'll talk about coming back in this game. You guys trailed by as much as 15. How proud are you right now?
I'm really proud. We just kept fighting. I thought the third quarter, we didn't start it great, but I thought then we were playing very well. But you looked up there, and I think we were down double digits going into the fourth. But I really was proud of that group that we had on the court. Bench had great spirit, and they just really played their butts off, and I thought our defense in the second half was really strong. We were getting to the boards, and we just had a new lineup out there, and they just kind of wouldn't be denied. So I'm really proud of how hard they fought. I thought Alicia's defense plan was very good. Sometimes you have to throw out what you've been doing and just adjust to the game, and I think we did that. And I thought we played the last minute or two very well, especially defensively, and got made enough free throws.
Yeah, this was just a hard-fought, old-fashioned battle. Everybody was beat up. Everybody was in foul trouble by the end. Everybody was out of timeouts. You just had to find a way to win it. And you got stops there when you needed it. The offensive foul, the 5-second turnover by them. Your team just gutted it out and found a way.
Yeah, both teams really were playing to win the game, Evan. I thought they came in here and had a great effort. They're very well coached. They have lots of talented players, but you have to protect your court. We're supposed to win when we play at home, and I'm proud of the way we got it done tonight. Maybe it was your blue suit too. I don't know, but we're going to take it. Tomorrow get a plan for the next one, but it was a tough win, but hard fought. Just really proud of my assistant coaches and all of my players. They made the right plays.
All right, the Yellow Jackets start with a victory to open GNAC play. Central Washington coming in Saturday, and Coach, enjoy this one. Really hard-fought job tonight, and great work out there.
Thanks a lot, Evan.
All right, final score, Yellow Jackets 71, Nighthawks 67, and the women emerge victorious. We've got about 24 minutes on the clock until the men's game starts. Northwest Nazarene in the house for the second half of our doubleheader. We're going to switch over our stream, separate link for that one, but you just click right back to the MSUB Sports YouTube channel. The men's game will be right there. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Yellow Jacket women back in action Saturday, 5:15 against Central Washington. We'll talk to you then.